Jalaluddin Rumi tells a beautiful story in Masnavi. He speaks of six blind men who are brought to an elephant, each trying to understand what this strange creature is. One man touched the leg and said, "It is a pillar." Another felt the tail and said, "It is a rope." A third held the trunk and said, "It is a giant snake." Someone else touched the ear and said, "It is a fan." One leaned against the side and said, "It is a wall." Now, the interesting part is not that they were wrong. In a way, each of them is right. But the moment they begin to argue, each one becomes convinced that what he has touched is the whole truth. And in that certainty, they completely miss the elephant itself. The real danger is not disagreement, it is being certain about something we have never fully seen. And when this way of thinking moves from individuals to entire societies, the consequences are no longer philosophical. They become real and often devastating. Every catastrophe in human history begins when people believe that they're right. In the 15th century, tens of thousands were killed in Europe during Inquisition by people completely convinced they were defending the truth. A few centuries later, colonies spread across continents, and they were certain that they were bringing a new civilization to the world. Millions died in India and Africa under the settlement. In the 1940s in Europe, around 11 million people murdered under fascism, a system built on absolute ideological certainty. And in 1994, in Rwanda, 800,000 people were killed in 100 days. The radio broadcasters called their neighbors cockroaches and turned them into enemies. They were certain and they were convinced. Across 6 centuries, across geographies, across ideologies, the pattern is the same. Now, look at the world we are living in today. Conflicts continue across regions, and behind them are narratives absolutely certain about their version of truth. So, what is the alternative? It's very simple and powerful. It is the ability to hold your own belief and still make space for others to hold theirs. I can believe what I believe and still make space for you to believe something different. This is ideological pluralism. It does not ask you to abandon your beliefs. It asks you to recognize what you see may not be the whole. This is not a new idea. Mystics and philosophers have been pointing to this for centuries. Socrates said that the wise man is the one who knows he doesn't know. The Buddha said the same thing 2 centuries earlier. And then Rumi said, out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. He was pointing to a place beyond our divisions, a place where human beings can meet before ideology divides them. And we know this is possible because we can see it in real life. Look at the city where I am having this conversation, Dubai. People all over the world live here. Indians, Pakistanis, Arabs, Europeans, Africans, Americans, Chinese, different religions, different cultures, different histories. In many parts of the world, and from a geopolitical perspective, some of these groups exist as adversaries and opponents. But here, they live side by side. They share buildings, workplaces, schools, and everyday life. They do not agree on everything, but they have learned something more important: how to live together despite their differences. That is ideological pluralism in practice. And maybe that is what Rumi was trying to show all of us. The blind men were not wrong about what they touched. They were only wrong to believe what they touched was everything. And that is the challenge for all of us now, to know what we believe and still remain open to what we have not seen yet.